Hey guys, today's project is replacing the water reservoir in my Amana refrigerator. Amana is made by, I think, Whirlpool Maytag. And yesterday I went to fill up my clear reservoir for my coffee, and I had these white chunks, these clear slime things all floating in there. I'm like, oh, pretty gross. So I recently changed the filter. You can't really see it here. Let me move it around. Mine has a filter. I have a bypass in it right now, but here is the filter. And now I've used these filters on Amazon. I've cut them open even. I've done a video if you look at my recent videos. All is good with the filters. They're just a carbon block filter. And the reason I have that bypass is because I may flush the line. It's always good to save those bypass valve things for your refrigerator because they're pretty expensive. I was shocked. Little piece of plastic, they want like 40, 50 bucks for them. I still had mine. I found it. I may flush it with vinegar. I'm not sure. I'm still working this out in my head. But here is my reservoir. I took some time to, I kind of have it sitting in here. I just wanted to show you guys because I had to pull it out and try to match it up at the appliance place. The way it is, and I'll show you guys in a minute how it comes off. There's basically two lines. I think this is for it to not freeze the styrofoam. It's like a bladder, a hard plastic diaphragm or reservoir, if you will. And there's two lines. One comes in from the water and one goes out to the water dispenser on the freezer door, on this door here, the freezer door. It was kind of complicated, at least for me. Two lines go in. I seen the water line, the inlet coming in, but the outlet, I didn't see where it's going. So I unhooked the inlet, but couldn't find the outlet. Looking down here, it was down here. I unhooked it. I couldn't find it running. I think mine actually has a sleeve, and we will find this out together. When I pull the old, I think it's like a 5/16 or a 1/4 inch line, probably should have ran a piece of string as a follower. I'm hoping they have a channel of plastic going through here because a lot of refrigerators have this just kind of going down underneath the refrigerator and hooked in the back. If I can't feed this, I might have to do the same thing. But I think there's a sleeve in mine that actually runs inside the refrigerator this way. You can't get to it on the top here without taking this whole thing apart. I'm not doing that. So, what I am doing, I'm going to show you guys this thing. I'm going to go out in the sun here. I'm just going to pull it out. I already have it disconnected in the back, but I'll show you how the lines just go through the bottom here. I just kind of sit it in. Oh, of course, I can't get it out now. There it goes. It was stuck. Let's go outside, guys. See how the top, like right, I'm trying to hold this in point. Let me flip it back over. Look at where my finger is. See how it's discolored? The whole thing is supposed to be that color, right? And it's not. I think what happened is when I changed the fridge filter, it took pressure, hit here, and kind of chunked that away. But this is all that nasty slime from 20 years. And if you think about it, if you just took, and this has got some nasty stuff growing in it. If you took a glass jar or a plastic jar, stuck it in your refrigerator and refilled it every day for 20 years, I guess you could imagine it's going to have nasty slime, gross shit or gross stuff in there. So I didn't want to replace this. I probably could have filled it with vinegar or a high concentration of a citric acid solution and then flushed it out and got all the junk out. It would have been hard because these are kind of small little lines. I mean, but I probably could have pressurized it through those lines. I didn't want to do that because I don't want to do this. Now I know what I know, and probably say, oh, well, you've been drinking it for 20 years. But now that I know what I know, I don't want to do that. So I went to the appliance place, and this is what I got. But what this is essentially, I can't see it in that I got it in frame. It's just a water line. It's a coiled water line. And what you do is this goes in the screw. So as the water flows through it, make sure I'm still on camera here. As the water goes through it, it's chilled because there's probably, I don't know, 20 foot of line here. And there's no reservoir to collect junk. So this line, this is my short line. This will go down and this will be the inlet. I mean, it shouldn't matter. It's a water line with a little strap and a zip tie with a little place to attach it to the fridge. And then this side will go underneath there. Hopefully I can feed it through. So I'm going to give this a shot. And you wouldn't believe how much this stuff costs. This was like an $80-some part. All it is probably like 20 foot of water line. I used my stepdad's. He's a appliance guy. He repairs appliances. I don't like to bug people. He would have came over here and helped me. But if I can do it myself, plus I can learn something. But I used his account. He lets me use his account. I pay for it, but I get a discount. I paid like $50-some. I got the receipt here. With an account is almost 58. I don't know if that's with tax. Yeah, with tax, 58. I think it was 80. Don't quote me. $85 is what the retail price, $84. So I was unsure if this was going to fit. And those guys are really nice there. I go in there every once in a while. Unfortunately, all my stuff's getting old, so I'm having to go to the parts place a lot. But I was like, oh, that is not the same size, but turns out it's just it's a different thickness. So the outside diameter is the same, so it should work. Guy was cool. He went and got they use these quick clips, and yep, it's the same. It attached. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hook this bad boy up and hopefully get my refrigerator going. The other thing, guys, what I did, I about had a heart attack. So my water line goes down through the floor, and I seen a shut-off valve hooked onto the hot water tank, and I said, all right, so I'm not going to shut the whole thing off. Let me see if I can see you. I don't even know if I'm in frame here. Let me see if I can get it up on my watch. So I said, yeah, let me see. Let me just shut it off from the valve. And I'm looking. I'm like, yep, it looks like that valve is through there. Yep. Shut it off. And I could not shut it off. I don't think I've ever shut it off. And it started to leak a little bit. Got a towel. Okay, no problem. And I never even shocked the fridge. I should have put a glass of water to see if there's any water coming out. I unhooked it was just shooting water, crazy. Fortunately, I had like a 3-gallon bucket, 2 or 3 gallon bucket, and it was filling up fast. Ran in the garage, had my wife hold that one, got the other one going. I had to shut the main off. Well, what I did is the water line that I shut off wasn't the fridge water line. I never had to shut the fridge water line off ever. I shut off the humidifier line, which kind of runs in the same direction, like literally the same direction. It just one comes up and one goes over. This line was under the drop ceiling, and I eventually had to go find it. And yeah, I almost had a horrible water issue on my hands, not because of the fridge, because of my own stupid self here. But make sure your water's shut off, even though you think it's shut off. Is the story here. So what I'm going to do is I pulled this out. I'll probably throw it away once I get this in and working. I'll keep this just to make sure. Like I said, I could probably feed a solution in here, like a heavy concentration of vinegar, like straight vinegar, or a very heavy citric acid, which is all food grade safe, and then flush it with water. But my thought is it'll just be messed up in 6 months. And I'm not doing this every 6 months. This should be a lifetime fix because we don't flush out our water lines. And I was worried about the ice, but the ice should have been fine because the ice doesn't, it has a separate solenoid valve, but there's a separate line that goes to the ice. So let me pull this out, or actually pull the, I don't know if you guys can even see. Maybe you can see it. I'm gonna have to get you a little closer. Get you a little closer. Hopefully my fat body doesn't block everything. And I have a screw here, and my hope is this will be easy. Easy peasy. So all I'm gonna do, yeah, this will work. Plan is, hopefully I don't cut you guys off. This goes in here, and then, right, and that's all. I mean, this is the, I gotta check my phone, but I think the back one is for the inlet, and then the front one is the outlet. But let me pause this video and check that out. Yep, I was right. So I'm gonna just get this kind of fed through. This is the water intake. And I'll probably put a zip tie around here once I'm done with that. And this is the water that will run to the refrigerator. And I'll show you guys that in the back, because for me, maybe I'm just not the smartest tool in the shed, but it wasn't very clear. Oh, I think it's hitting a fan. I'll probably shut this off, but right now, we will leave it for now, and I'm gonna pull this fridge out and show you the back. So this is what it looks on. Here's the back of the refrigerator, and the compressor is over there, fan, and there's like this little panel here to the left. I took all of it back, all of it off. I vacuumed. I think you have to take that side off in order to actually unscrew this. And they're just these little sheet metal type of screws. And if you flip this back, you'll see the solenoids. Hey guys, this is Future Mike here. I just wanted to insert this audio clip to let you know that these solenoids are 110 voltage, so be careful. I didn't know at the time. I'm touching them in this video, showing you guys, pointing to stuff. And then a little later, which I didn't have it recording, a little later I was moving something in the back and it arced against one of the back plates. Big pop and spark. And I'm like, oh, I thought those were 12 volt, low voltage. Nope, they're 110 voltage. So I should have had this thing unplugged. Just wanted to insert this. I didn't want anybody to get hurt when they're trying to replace a water line. And it doesn't come to mind like, hey, I'm replacing a water line. I should unplug the refrigerator, the electricity, because you don't want your stuff to get warm. But I should have. And I just want to kind of make that service announcement here so nobody gets electrocuted. This one is for the freezer. So if you hit the freezer, the ice maker kicks on. It feeds the water to the ice maker. Like I said freezer, but I meant ice maker. This one that there's no water line in is the one for the refrigerator, the water. So the short hose is going to go in that green hole. And then the long one, hopefully, see this back here? I'm going to shove it in that hole. And if I have any luck, it's going to go to the front. Now, like I said, I didn't put a string follower. I probably should have done that just in case. But I'm hoping that there is a channel in there. But we're going to find that out together. So the short one, let's put it in here and see what happens. So, and these are just push fittings. I'm going to go up. Be careful, this metal can be sharp. It's cutting my toe a little bit. I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to just push it up, guys. Hopefully it's self-explanatory. It's just a push fitting. I'm going to try to get you guys where you can see it, but I don't know. I'm trying here, trying. Let's see that. Oh, there you go. Maybe. So I'm going to push it in there, and it should just bite. I just inserted it. Now, these ones, to get them off, you just pull like the top part. You pull, it releases, and you pull out. What you can do is get a little wrench. I don't have one with me. It doesn't have to be exact size. Basically, that just fits around there, and it just pulls a little bit right here, and then you can pull it out. I'll try to show you in the front so I have a little bit more room. But this one, it's on. Now, I'm going to see if I can feed this through that. I sure hope that it goes through, guys. I sure hope it goes through. This ain't coming out very good. There we go. Dark in there. Going somewhere. It's going somewhere. I'm hoping it's coming out that other side. Hitting something. Let's see. Let's take a walk around. All right. So I was happy. It did push through the other side, so it is like in a channel. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. These fittings, when they go on, they just push on, and then you push back, and they release. So if you just push back, they come out, and then hopefully, if this works, I'm gonna just push it in. See if I can. I don't have a tripod that'll. Hopefully this just kind of pushes in, and it should bite. There we go. And to come out, like you take this, like you would stick a little wrench. Let me show you. And this is 3/8, but I don't think it would matter. But you got to take this, go over here. See, I'm going over here. And you wouldn't need to use a wrench. You might be able to use your fingers. And then you push in, and then it gives it a little bit, and you can pull it out. See how I pulled it out? I'm pushing it back in. I'm going to make sure it's in all the way. Yeah, it looks good. I don't want it to bind. The other thing, it had this goopy. I'm like, what is this? It's probably just to seal any kind of airflow that was coming in from that cavity. So I'm just gonna. It's almost like a. I don't know, like a clay. I'm gonna go wad that up and put it back. All right. So water lines are hooked up. I got to hook up the major water line. I technically probably didn't even need to undo it, but this didn't come with it. I added this here just so, because this was kind of flappy, just to hold it together with the rest of this. And this is my inlet. Comes in, goes around, I don't know, 8 or 10 times, and then goes out through some kind of channel to that front piece that I hooked up. See that? It's hooked up, and then it goes up through the door, and then that's for the water. Again, the ice maker is a separate run in the back, but I am going to clean this up, attach the water line, see if I have any leaks. I was originally going to flush it with vinegar, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to flush the water. All right, so I got it all together. I went to run the water, and it leaked. It leaked bad from the water inlet fitting on the back of the refrigerator. I didn't videotape this because I didn't think it was going to work, or I wasn't sure if it was going to work. What I did is I just simply, so I tested it. So I ran the new water line inlet in, and it leaked like a sieve. Took it apart. I've been working on this thing like all day. So I took this one, put it back on, and it didn't leak. It's still a 5/16 cable, or 5/16 water line, but the inside diameter of the one I bought is thicker, so it's a thicker walled. So this one I think is a 3/16. Not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a 3/16. The other one's a little thicker, so it would be a narrower hole. So I had an idea. I ran to Home Depot. I got a couple of them just in case it didn't work. I was going to try something else. I bought some parts of some water line. And this is a 5/16 coupler. And this is works like a shark fitting. So I'm like, well, the way these work, there's basically an O-ring. You slip it in there. It shouldn't matter what the inside diameter was. So my theory was cut this piece out, and this piece has like a stainless steel anti-kink. I wish I would show you, but I already got it back together. But essentially where it attached is where I attached it back in the solenoid, popped it in, no leaks. I just simply cut this with a kitchen shears, installed this fitting on the one end and left about, I don't know, 6 inches, whatever was left. Attached the water line that I purchased, and it worked, no leaks. So you might have to do that. This is a quick run. I think this was $6 or $7 from Home Depot. And the other thing I seen when I was there, because one of the things I really thought about doing is, in this pipe, this tubing isn't as heavy as duty as the Whirlpool, the OEM stuff, but you can get 10 feet for less than $3. So I got 20 feet here, and I thought, like, okay, if this doesn't work, maybe I'll try to splice this together. That's why I got 2 of these with one of these, and my whole fix would be, what would that be? 6, 15, 20 bucks, about 20 bucks. It'd be a lot cheaper than the 50 some that I paid, but the other is a little bit, I think, thicker, or I know it's thicker, so a little stronger, with especially it being so cold in the fridge. So I wanted to keep that, even though it's a little bit more. Hopefully I don't have to touch this for 20 years, 30 years or whatever. I like how it turned out. I was able to, switch it over. I already put some stuff in the fridge, but I was able to, get rid of that reservoir, as you guys can see. And from the other video footage, you could see it wasn't quite looped around to the right side, and the reason that is because I have a little bit of extra length, as I mentioned, underneath there. So I just kind of made it where it wouldn't bind and put some zip ties around it, and it works great. We flushed some water through, and this project is a wrap. I just hope it helps someone out there. And if you guys have one of those reservoirs like this, there's a lot of them. It's almost like an intestine. Get rid of it. It's nasty. It's collecting all kinds of stuff in it. I even, when this thing was leaking, I took it apart and I ran vinegar, straight vinegar through it, let it sit for hours, cleaned it, ran it with water, and ran some vodka. I thought, well, I'm going to sterilize it with vodka and I'll rinse it, some cheap vodka that I had for cleaning. It still had that layer on it that I showed you guys. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to drink that. So I'm glad this project is over. It literally took me the entire day. It shouldn't have. If I knew what I do not know now, I probably could have done it in half hour to an hour. But that's how it goes. Hopefully I never have to do it again. Hope that helps you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.